Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Astro, and today we're going to talk about what your sense of importance is. And this is really vital to achieving success in your life, because depending on what you place importance on every time you do and get a reaction is what you're going to do more of. And anyway, let's just jump straight into it. So, what's your sense of importance? A sense of importance is something that makes you feel something. Initially, I wrote something that makes you feel good inside, but that's the thing. A lot of people don't reach their goals because they have a negative sense of importance. So two examples is this is like, let's say you're really good at video games and your friend always hype you up. Your friends are probably not as good as you. When you get on, you're like, yo, you're so sick. If you have nothing else really going for you, that might be what you latch on and think, this is what I gotta do. Another thing, which I notice a lot of people do this, I've done this, my mom has done this, people in my past, one of my friends have done this, is their sense of importance from complaining. And this is very toxic, because when you only feel something, when people are listening, you talk about your bad stuff, you might unconsciously try to do more bad stuff. It might not even be on purpose, but just so you can complain and talk about it. All right, so you have to figure out what your sense of importance is. When you tell somebody, let me give you guys an example. So my friend, we just threw a party, I couldn't go because I was busy, and he's an artist, right? So he did a show, and they had this Christian Dior poster in the back, and it's a bunch of hood dudes, so I don't really like messing with that crowd because I'm so locked in on my future. I'm just doing my own thing. So the friend calls me like, hey, can you grab this poster for me? Just explain this whole story. I don't really care. But when he came back to me, I heard what the situation. So he had went to a show, did his thing, and then one of his friends who always says he has money and has a chain and stuff, typical behavior, he had stolen this Christian Dior painting. Imagine you did a show and your friend stole a painting at the venue. Mind you, you already signed a contract saying anything that goes missing, you have to do it. So he called the friend like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Part of my friends, and he's just letting him have it on the phone. And then like when I went to pick up the painting for that friend, he's like, oh yeah, I didn't even have to give it to him. Like, he's yelling at me and stuff. Like, I could have just dissed him. And like, just hearing him talk, this gave me the ick. Like, this is how you think. Like you're not conscientious at all, and your first thing is like, someone's yelling at me because I did something bad. And instead of owning up to it and being like, you know what, maybe it's my bad, you say, oh, I could have not gave it to him. Like, what type of friendship is that? So anyway, the friend that he held the concert came, and when he took the poster from me, he was explaining all this. He's like, yeah, I feel like these guys don't have respect for me and stuff. And him telling me the story and me listening, because it's like, at the end of the day, it's drama. It's like people want to kind of listen to it. I can notice, both of them when they're telling me their stories, I can notice the ease and like, this guy's taking the time to listen to me, because I don't give these guys time anymore. I'm so locked in on just what I gotta do. I'm either studying or making a video, right? So then it really hit me. I've noticed in my life when I've gone through some bad times, I'll tell people when they're like, oh, are you okay? And a part of me feels good. I noticed my mom loves to complain about her body, doesn't really do anything to fix it. Because a lot of times when she's telling us about happy stuff, we're too busy just doing our own thing, right? So figure out what your sense of importance is. Because I say this to say this, realizing that I know what I do negatively for my sense of importance, but a lot of people don't, right? So knowing is half the battle. So let's jump straight into something else. So this becomes a self-reinforcer, right? So the more you do bad stuff, or the more bad stuff happens to you, and you tell people and they're listening, and you get that dopamine rush, like, oh, I'm important. Your brain is like, okay, this is what I gotta do to show people that I'm important and show people that I deserve love. So it might sabotage you. It might make you do stuff. No one can make you do stuff you might not know except you. And the thing is, people think, oh, my brain is on my side. Your brain is not always on your side. Sometimes it does stuff to think it's protecting you, because that's how it is. Like, that's how we've grown throughout human history, right? So don't even fault your brain, but like, just heed this knowledge and work with it. So boom, it becomes a internal reinforcer and external reinforcer, right? When you get people listening to you eagerly, like, yeah, tell me more, they love that shit, because people don't like when you're better than them. right? If you tell an envious person, hey, I got this going on, I got that going on, they're probably gonna envy and try to kick you off your rocker. But if you tell someone that's doing better than you, they're gonna be smiling and be like, yeah. And then they'll go back to their business and be like, oh yeah, I'm doing better than my friends. I feel a sense of accomplishment. So both that external and the external reinforcer is very key to notice, right? You have to notice how your brain works. And I say, if you don't like meditation, wake up in the morning and don't even touch your phone for the first 100 seconds. That's like a minute and a bit, bro. Like if you can't do that, you're cooked, right? First 100 seconds, just count down from 100 to 1 and notice every single thing your brain is telling you. Notice what you're thinking, right? I usually do this, and I'm like, it kind of brings whatever's in the background of my mind to the forefront. I'm like, oh, okay. So I don't try to hold on to the feeling. I can let it pass, but I know I'm probably gonna be dealing with that for a bit, so I can kind of protect myself beforehand, right? Giving you guys the sauce, by the way. So what's the solution? What's the kicker? So the solution is build your self-esteem up. How do I build my self-esteem up, Astro? Simple. Do hard, productive things and don't tell no one. Nada. Shh. Not a soul. Dinero, zero. No, that's money. Cero. No one. This reinforces your subconscious that, yo, I'm someone that can do hard shit. I don't need to tell anybody. I'm the fucking shit. When you're going through a hard battle, it's easier to pick up on times that you've been through like that, and you say, oh, I can do this because I've done multiple other things. But if you tell a lot of people, for one, you're kind of, if they're not on your side, they're kind of letting the devil in on your plans, and the devil can't ruin your plans if he doesn't know them. And two, it tricks your subconscious into making you think you've already done it, right? So you want to avoid that beyond all measures. You gotta make sure, like, I really care about you guys, and make sure you're hitting the subscribe and like button while I'm yapping my ass off. But yeah, that's my top solution for this. Do hard stuff productively and don't tell a soul. It might be tough, especially if you're achieving greatness, but you can tell them when you've already done it, or if you're like, nothing could kick you off your course. But at the beginning, if you tell people, unless your mind is heavy as steel, some people might even try to talk you out of it. Like, oh, that's not gonna work. That's not a good idea. And which is fine if it's stupid and you have an actual counselors, because good decisions are made through good advisors and counselors. That's what Proverbs, books of Proverbs said. But you have to realize, in human nature, a lot of people are not in it to help you out. That's what it is. So don't forget to like my videos, subscribe, leave the comments below. Let me know if you have anything else you want to talk about. And your boy